Ba ba bum, ba 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 bum, ba 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 bum. Hey, don't count yourself off yet. It's only in your mind you feel left out or looked down on. Do your best. Heard a thing. Do everything that you can. And don't you worry about those little hearts are gonna say. Well, it takes some time in the middle of the rhyme. Everything will be just fine. Everything will be alright. Alright. Hey, everyone. Welcome to Dimebag Darren World Headquarters, the corner of my living room, and quarter hunt. Wife brought home some quarters. We're going to go through them. We got StreamYards up. We're going to have live people. As people come in, we'll offer you the link. You can come on up. We'll have a chat. We'll do a search. We'll chat about stuff and things. I'll give you all my never to be humble opinions on anything you ask me about, and we'll take it from there. Right now, I'm not quite done setting up, though. So just. What's going to be? My cat is stalking my son. Sweet. Okay, give me a second here to just set up one more thing. One more thing. Yeah, that was me. I know it. That's fine. Don't worry about it. Google's trying to keep me safe. Nice, Google. Gotta dial in this other camera here. It just takes some time in the middle of the rhyme. Everything will be just fine. Everything will be alright, alright. Hey, you haven't messed the stream up yet. I don't think anybody's waiting on you. You're not that popular. All you gotta do is point the camera the right direction and never care about what the hell they're gonna say. You just stream out live. That's what you do. You just stream out live. Everybody has to take their time. Everybody should just stream out live, out live. Whoa! Let's make it more family friendly. I know I'm already live. I know if you're out there, you're already out there. I thank you for being out there. But part of everything I do is an adventure in production. And today I'm still messing. Still messing. All right, I think that'll do. That'll do, donkey. That'll do. That'll do, donkey. That'll do. That'll do, donkey. That will do. That will bloody do. All right. So, what do we got? An opening scene to say, "Hey everybody, welcome to Dimebag World Headquarters, corner of our living room. Thank you for coming." And then there's the me, which is, "Hi everybody, welcome to me." And then we go to the desk shot where you can see we have quarters. Then we have the coin cam where we can show you the interesting quarters that we actually get. Let me put a little black background behind that. I think it works better. All right. And then we have the Dimebag Darren World Headquarters shot. How's that look? Super. Okay. So I'm going to go through some quarters always. Hey, BC Treasure Trails, thank you for coming. Yeah, I stack all my stuff in one place and it looks impressive. That's my plan. I hope it works. Um, let me get my StreamYards up in the middle screen here. If you have the StreamYards up in the middle screen, then you can face forward and address people, and it works better. But OBS is over there, so I'll click on the me button. Okay, so there's one more thing to set up. I've got everything running now. So now I've got my old tablet with the suction cup on a on a plate on a serving plate. I'll turn this thing on. This little LG tablet is a great old little 8-inch tablet that has been dropped that has cracks running through it. That's still working, but it's broken. what do we have? We have two different cheap $30 webcams. This one that you're looking at now, which is a 1080 version of Amazon webcam, $30. You don't have to spend any more to get this picture, which is actually not too bad. And then there's this, which is another $30 webcam that's actually not so great and is only 720p, I believe, and it's not so great, but it gives me the overhead shot. This is my Samsung S10 Plus. Can be anybody's cell phone, whatever you've got. And I prove that because this next shot is the Samsung S5 Neo from years ago and still serving well as a camera, as you can plainly see for this. So whatever you've got, whether it's a phone or whatever, you got what you need. You can go ahead. So the reason I was showing you this tableta, is because of the one program that I use on here called Stream Control. I'm all about streaming as cheaply as possible using stuff you've already got. I'll advise you as to what you should buy if you want advice, what things will keep you from making mistakes. This is the equal to the Elgato Stream Deck. And basically, all these buttons are now live, and as I touch them, the scene will change. Each one, see, this one now says sideways. I'm going to hit the button that says me. Now I'm going to hit the button that says CoinCam. So this is remotely controlling my OBS that is running on the computer. So if you're in a situation where you can't keep OBS open, maybe even because you only have one single screen, then having this up on a tablet could really help you do a show. Starry Lost and Found, thank you for coming by. BC Treasure Trails is still here. Thank you so much. I promised quarters, so let me just first see what is going to run out of charge first, because that is the one trick of using these things is, of course, they have limited batteries, but they can all be plugged in, and you probably have a million charger things around for it. My tablet's at 22%, so we'll zip that on. And when it comes to this one, I'm not going to worry about it much today. When it runs out of battery, and it will eventually, then it'll go dark, and you'll get the idea. If it was really, really important, I would put a battery pack on it, and we would, be cooking with gas. We got a stack of unfilled, flips. I'm just looking at all the junk you guys can see, trying to figure out whether I don't want to show you any of this junk, particularly my little junk pile. Close enough, really. Close enough. Yeah, I think that's all right. But I do want to give you the idea. Now, let me run this down because, again, I know a lot of people think that there's a lot of cool stuff here and that this makes a really neat system, and it does. So because I'm all about sharing the technical knowledge that I have. Now, technical knowledge that I have. Why do I have technical knowledge? Why should you listen to me? What do I know about it? Who is this guy? Who does he think he is? Why would it be important to listen to what he has to say? Okay, give me just a chance to flip that quick. I'm going to show you something. Okay. So behind me, over here, right behind me, is basically my karaoke rig. Now, on this side, in this rack, is one audio interface, and right below it, another one. One by PreSonus, one by Yamaha, and I'm not using either one of them because I use a different one here in the studio setup that I just got recently. Now, why I show you that is because there's a lot of people who will give you advice. They've never used any of this equipment. They've never owned any of the equipment. And honestly, what the hell do they know about it? But I do. So when I tell you stuff, I do it after I've already made my mistakes for money spent and whatnot. And I'm trying to push you in the most economical direction. So that being said, unless you want to run microphones that are professional, I will always push you in the way of a USB microphone these days. They sound fine. You're easy to plug into your computer. So I invite you absolutely to the USB microphone of your choice. the Yeti, the Snowball, number of others. The best one probably to get would be the USB Revelator mic. And I will tell you why the Revelator is my favorite, and it'll become pretty obvious as I share the info with you. But yeah, in a nutshell, the Revelator USB microphone has a lot of really great things that you could enjoy. You got the Snowball. I'm sure it sounds great. In fact, I'm sending a Snowball to somebody. But what I bought was the Revelator audio interface, which lets me plug in whatever microphone I want because I already owned a pile of microphones. So what do I want with a Revelator microphone? But if you don't have a microphone, you should buy a USB microphone. And if you're buying a USB microphone, unless you have to buy one that's less expensive, and I totally get that because they're out there. Look at the Samson, like Samson, the guy who was strong. That's the one to check for an inexpensive USB microphone that will be good for you and is a decent mic. Now, there's tons on Amazon. You're going to find the ones that have the arms. Twisted Tips uses one. I think that's a really inexpensive one that lights up. They sound fine. They really do. Just get it nice and close to you. Get a microphone, get a USB microphone, spend 30, 40, 50, get it close to you. If you want to spend a little more, look into the Samsung. You're going to get basically a pro mic that is also USB. You don't need to invest in the audio interfaces and stuff like that. You just don't. So, in front of me is the Revelator IO24. It is my current unit, and I love it. It lets me do things like this, and I quite enjoy things like this, if you know what I mean. You didn't need a better mic. Really, Treasure Trails, Snowball is all that you need, honestly. VR for 2 kids. I know, we were just talking. My son, while I worked for Oculus for a while there, and my son actually did as well. But he has the Quest 2 and just got himself a new, take lessons, take voice. Why would I need voice lessons from Nick Molnar? I'll give voice lessons to Nick Molnar. I worked in radio, and I did a lot of voice stuff. But that being said, let's go and get into these quarters and see what we get. I'm not sure what I'm expecting. I have some, actually, let's grab one of the books. Hang on, I'll grab the book. One of the books, the book that we need spots for. Well, we even have the book that we're looking to fill. This is the one we're working on now, and this first page has a few empties, and the second page has 2. Then after that, I think we're good. Oh, no, there's another one there. So we are looking for a few quarters to complete this book. That is what we are after. So now, also, would you like No worries. I appreciate any attempts at humor, no matter how badly they land. If you have a thin skin and you're going to be easily offended, then fuck off now, please. We're not necessarily child-friendly. I'm not against swear words. I don't expect I will use a ton of them. But if you're easily offended, I assure you I will offend you eventually. So please feel free to leave now. Sorry's lost a pound. How are you doing, Starry? Buffin McGuffin McHammer. Hey, dude. Quite an artist in McHammer. And what are we doing here? Oh, sure. Fold up on me. Why don't you? My thing's doing some sort of a update on me. Anyway. Alrighty. So let us crack open the first roll of quarters and see what it is that we get. Our mats are provided by Quinn's Coins. Quinn's Coins sent me a set of mats as I won them on his channel by being the right guy at the right place at the right time. So that's all it takes. And in fact, that might be all it takes today. You might just need to be the right person at the right place at the right time. So I'm going to do a quick look because I'm looking for some specific things. Anytime I see a okay, well, that would be the first what do we call it? Commemorative coin that I found today. So we'll put it up. As you can see, that is a commemorative because it has the double date on it. Is that focusing very well? (1932 to 2002). It's not one that we need, but it is a commemorative, so we will put it in the commemoratives pile for now and not worry too much about it too much. Anyways, back at it. Back to the desk. Part of the trouble is remembering when to flip the scenes. And with StreamYards now, oh yeah, you know what? I'm also going to put up the link. My bad. Oh, my ears, what's wrong? SkyQuest, what's the sound? The sound of the coin? Is that making noise? Is that too loud? Because if it is, I'll fix that. I think maybe that's what it is, because I was thinking what might be my ears. Did I make my ears sound bad? Didn't take long, did it, you scumbags? Block that user, baby. Done. Anyways, SkyQuest, I'm not too sure what my ears thing is, but it might have been me throwing the coin into the bin. I'm not sure. Let's take it from there. Anyways, we got to get going. I need to keep this close, though. Anyway, we'll try to do it like that. So, I'm not really good at these searches. I don't do these too often, although I kind of have to because I'm looking for certain coins. So, yeah. StreamYard link is up. Love to have somebody join me up. I've got the StreamYard plan that lets me have all kinds of people. We got another, you know what? I'll just line up the commemoratives right here. That makes more sense. Get rid of the Kennedy, which I was using to set the show up with. And just moving some things around here. Lots of room, but no room, if you know what I mean. Lots of room, but no plan. There we go. So these are the ones we found so far. I guess we'll flip her back over. And that's from 2017. Unfortunately, we've got plenty of those. So that's cool. Was over at, oh crap. I have to double check now. Oh, never mind. I'll tell that story later. Anywho, like I say, going through some Canadian quarters, looking for a 91, looking for some commemoratives, looking for, well, not really looking for the one I just found, which here is, oh, push the right button, Darren. We got one from the Olympics. The Olympic ones, they are pretty easy to find. I don't think they were made in particularly low mintage. I think, sorry, let me slide that up there. I think promoting the, good old Olympics was most important, not making a collector coins. So they basically put out a gajillion of those things, and I don't seem to have any problem finding my Olympic collectors for books and whatnot. Now, books. Really wanted to touch base on the whole idea of books. I have my books basically done, and I am doing books for a couple of people who have asked me, but in 1922, I hope to do a book for you. Now, in this case, the quarter books I've got ready for people and could have ready for you are all the Canadian commemorative quarters and then some. I put a lot of thought into the book. The one I've made for someone, the book that I've been working on, really had them in mind because I knew it was being made for them. And in this upcoming year, I'd love to do that for you. I think that I make it a reasonable deal. I do a lot of searching to get you the best coins for the book, but the books are made up of circulated coins, so they, do end up being what they are. You can only do so well sometimes when it comes to searching for already circulated coins. I'm looking around right now because the one thing I realized just now is I don't have my razor knife out to let me slice into some of these rolls. We have some of these plastic rolls today, and they seal them up by putting a little bit of tape over them generally. So they need a little opening, a little, how you say, motivation. But otherwise, these things, I think, open spontaneously whenever you don't want them to. So good that. Well, that's another thing, too, I guess guys do, right? When you're searching through the coins, people like to put those coins up. Take a look along there, and there's obviously no silver in that pile. So yeah, that's a good thing. That's a way you can do it. You can see the silver in a row of quarters if you do that, when you know what you're looking for. And it's pretty obvious, don't you all think? I know those of you that do the searches. Okay. So we're not shut out. We got another commemorative here, and that's the unpainted poppy that also comes in a beautiful painted form as one of the really nice collector low mintage. And that is what it is about these, right? They're low mintage. So that is that's what makes the difference. 2001. No, we don't need 2001. All right. So let's keep on going. Starries. Who else is here? My ears. Hope I didn't blow your ears out somehow with that. You never said exactly what your ears. My ears! Waiting for a new porn bot, basically, because these porn bots have been going crazy. Just, again, I don't know who clicks or goes or what kind of response they get. How can they possibly be fooling any great number of people with that stupidity? And yet, yeah, there they are, and they come regularly, so I'm not sure how this is a winning combination for them, but I guess it is. So here's another Olympics coin. That's not the one. The wife went to Costco. She went to the bank this morning and brought me home these quarters. Another Vancouver 2010. I'm not going to turn it till it's right side up. I don't care. But she's going to come home with either Costco hot dogs or chicken wings. So one way or the other, I am going to eat a little bit later when I'm really, really hungry, as opposed to right now while I'm just hungry. So far, so good. Yes, Furry. How are you, love, Tina? What can I do for you, doll? Tina in the house. There's a mouse in the house. So that one's pretty battered. That one is the Orca. But it looks like it's pretty battered. Getting at that Siberian wind. No, not today. Today has been pretty good. I think we're looking at. Hang on, I'm just bouncing around. I'm just going to grab this phone. And yeah, we're +3 right now. That's what I thought. We're a little on the plus side, so we've definitely avoided any Siberian winds for the time being. But don't worry. Pardon. Why won't that focus? Okay, there we go. So this is another neat thing. The camera that I use when I'm showing you coins is my phone. And that's a great place for anybody to start. The software I use is called DroidCam OBS. There are two kinds of DroidCam software, DroidCam and DroidCam OBS. If you're using OBS, then you use DroidCam OBS. And if you're not using OBS, you just want to get a camera from your phone into, say, StreamYards, then you just use regular DroidCam. It will let you use your old Android phone as a camera. And a pretty decent camera to boot. There's another one of those initial 52 to 2002. I guess that's 70. What is that? 50 years, right? Yeah. Math. Hard. 50 years. BC Treasure Trails. Everybody just double checking the chat here, making sure I'm kind of on top of it. Because, you know. Actually, let me do one other thing too while I need a moment. I need a moment. I need a moment that won't drive me crazy. I need a moment that won't drive me mad. I need a moment that won't drive me crazy. Okay, that doesn't sound horrible. Just listening back to the stream on YouTube to make sure that I sound the way I hope I sound. It's pretty close. It's pretty close. The PreSonus IO24 is the interface that I use. If you want to plug microphones in, you buy it. I'm telling you now, I mean, I can take it to the places, and I would if you told me you were interested in learning more about it. I think my family's home. What do you think? I think there's every good possibility. You know how I could tell? Anywho, so there should be pandemonium coming up the stairs anytime soon, and that's fine. And that's fine. All right, so let's take a look through these coins together. They're all clad. Boy, oh boy. You know, if we were to find a silver quarter in some of this, that would be like half a miracle already, because they're just not, if you know what I mean. They're just not. So that being said, let's take a look through this next roll, see what we get. So far, we found some commemoratives, but no paint. And again, if I put a coin book together for you, you're going to get all the painted quarters that there are. And if you haven't noticed, they're hard to bloody find. And again, they're nothing special because I'm pulling them out of circulation. It's just the effort and, of course, the scarcity because of low mintages. But I have a lot of them already. I don't have complete book sets because, as you can see, I'm looking to complete this book right now. And we find another one, and this one's actually a good-looking version of, again, an easy-to-get one because it is an one from the it is one from the 2010 Olympics, but it is also really good looking. That was from the shelf, wasn't it, Mama?
Yes, it was.
Okay.
I don't want it sitting there going rotten.
No, understood. But this one doesn't look like it's got a ton of bag marks and whatnot, or pocket marks, or what do you want to call them? SkyQuest back. English, please. Oh, gee.
Hello.
That's in English that translates to don't click on that because that's a thing. I'm going to read back here. Sorry, folks. Use StreamYard and upload with my phone. Just sharing it takes almost forever to upload. Yeah, that'll be based on your connection for sure. I sound like Dimebag. I am Dimebag. Better sound like me. All right. Oh, I didn't still have that on, did I? They want help with the food. I'm hangry. English, please. Sweet. Please don't confuse the stupid host. All right. Back at it. Back at it. We got a few rolls worth to go through. And, you know, I'm not expecting miracles here or anything, but it would be nice to... Ew. Shmoo. Okay, well, We don't spend a lot of time with shmoo quarters, if you know what I mean. Opus Singer in the house. Thumping time. It means thumping time. Yes, sir. I'd like to say thank you for coming by to Thumping Time. I'm your host, Billy Thumper. Okay. For everything, there is a place and a time to every purpose under heaven. Oh my. I didn't even know I was getting this. Okay. I can work this into the whole deal. All right, hang on. We slide the coins out of the way. I thought I would be getting something, but this is what I got. Does anybody know what this is? It's a quiz. What are you looking at? No, snowed a little yesterday, nothing yet today. I think that it might be coming. Who out there knows what you're looking at? Opus, you should come up, bud. Anybody? Come on, let's have a quiz show here. Who knows what you look? Oh, there it is. The answer is in diabetes. Well, you know what? BC Treasure Trails may be the rightest of us all, but it is poutine, as they say. Poutine, take out. Take out some poutine. So that being said, bring the coins back into play. But I do have some poutine. So as it has arrived and it is warm, I'm going to eat it anyway. All right. Hello, evil arch conservative, as Dale would say. Poutine. I like the interesting ways people spelled poutine. Miss Canadian Scrapper in the house. Thank you for coming by, Miss Canadian Scrapper. We are budget hunting, which of course means hunting quarters. I have a few spots in the book. I'd love to find a 1992 Yukon, a 92 Alberta, a 92 British Columbia, a 92 Quebec, a 99 May, a 99 April, a 2000 Millennium, a 2000 or Ingenuity, or a Creativity, as they say. Any of those. And what we found so far is none of those. So, that being said, I'm going to continue to do my lame search through some Canadian quarters that probably won't give me any silver or anything, but we do find the odd commemorative. And we got another. Just put it right down there, and I'll give it a little zoom. And that's the wheelchair curling quarter. Marty is nuts about digging. He sure is. At least you're nuts about something and not just nuts in general, because that's a problem. And we just got another one. This time it's the skier upside down. So like I was saying, you know, if you want the commemorative set from the Olympics, they seem to be pretty easy to come by. I'd love a live chat, so if there's anybody out there brave enough to hit the link and come on up, you're more than welcome. That's the reason for having StreamYards. We got a Klassen. So Cindy Klassen, the figure skater or speed skater, I believe, and an unpainted version of her coin, another one of those commemoratives that when I put a book for you, you get that one and you get the colored one because that's how she goes. Oh, I see. Okay. All right. Once again, I'd like to thank you for coming by. Miyoshi B, brand new to me. Thank you for coming. I got one of those. Want you to know I have a counter going right now that is keeping track of all of you. Every one of you that makes a comment today in the comment, any comment at all, doesn't even have to be something specific. Don't worry. You know what we'll do at the end of the stream, or maybe before. I don't know. Depends on how long I do this for. I don't even know how many rolls I actually have. So, thank you for coming. And Starry, thank you for letting people know that I'm here and doing this. I appreciate that. I'm not much of a channel. I don't do a lot of stuff. I'm just a guy who really likes to do this, the streaming and the presentation and the audio part and all that stuff. And I like to help you all who want to get more serious about all that stuff do, a better job of it and answer any technical questions you may have. I have a not particularly great computer that is old and handed down. What makes it good for me is that I have a video card that allows me to have up to 4 screens attached. Now, you would think that would be pretty expensive, one of those fancy video cards that could do that. And if you go to the store and try to buy one, it's going to be expensive. But I have what's known as a GTX 660 in a world where the kids are buying GTX 3080. So I have a very outdated video card. But what it can do is not play the latest games, but it can run 4 monitors. And that's what's important. Your regular laptop can run 2 monitors. Almost every desktop can run 2. But if you want to run 3 or 4, you'll need this extra card. And that will let you put up as many monitors as you want. Now, as far as monitors are concerned, Craigslist. There are people selling monitors left and right for anywhere from $30 to $100, depending on what you want and how big you want it. So you can literally have all the monitors that you want. They're easy enough to connect. And, any friend of yours with any kind of computer savvy can connect them up for you. Perry, thank you for coming by. Nice little group of people, and I appreciate y'all coming by. We're going to get back to the quarter hunt here because I'm preaching about, well, what I really like is production. Doing the voice, sounding good, getting a good picture for y'all. Quarter hunts are my way into the coin world, basically, because it's a low budget way in. Of course, in America, you guys can do penny hunts, which are great fun, but we don't have pennies here. And there's another, we'll go over to what we just found. There. Laura Secord, one of the heroes of the War of 1812. Another 2001. I get excited when I see these because anytime I see the queen with the big crown on her head, the king crown as they say, then it's a possibility that might be in 1991, which is an extremely low mintage year that I don't have yet. So I'm certainly looking anytime I see the big queen or the big king crown on the queen. And that's one way to figure out which ones you should be looking for and which ones it's quite easy to pass up. What about $2 and $1 bill hunts? Well, there are no more of either. We have no $2 bills or $1 bills. You couldn't get enough of them to make it worthwhile to hunt them. So, not too sure, but you could do that down in the States for sure, and people do. Silvery on edges than the U.S. ones. Yeah, they most certainly do because they don't show through any cladding because they're not clad. They're not using a 2-layer process. They may have layers, but the actual... I'm not sure that they do have layers, honestly. I've never seen anything that would indicate that, but the American quarters are pretty obvious. In fact, I watched a video about the minting process and saw the actual roll of initial metal that was used. It makes perfect sense to me how that is done. What I think surprised me was the actual coining stamps that stamp the quarters make about 700 a minute. Wow. Now, when you think about it, that's a pretty nice stamping for 700 a minute dropping out of that machine. More than one machine running, I might add. But, yeah, see, now, this is what I'm saying. I'll put the queen back on. When I see that queen with the queen crown in her hair, I know that's a queen crown, and I don't have to look at that one for, for that variety that I'm looking for. And then there's the one I call the matronly queen. That's her. And of course, that's her in her older age, and clearly not the one that I'm looking for. So once again, that makes it pretty easy. But we're still looking for some commemoratives to round out a book. That's not going very well yet because I haven't found any of those yet. I'm not even sure I found what I'd call a keeper yet, honestly. But fair enough. We go on. That's how she goes. I have some American books, Perry, that I put together. One of the state quarters. One of the state quarters and one of the America the Beautiful series. And I'm putting those together just with coins from found in Canadian circulating coins. I have yet to find an American today, but if I find one, I put it in a separate, and I actually did all right filling in my books, but now I'm getting help from American friends. In fact, I think somebody's going overboard and basically getting a whole pile of them for me. So we'll see how that goes when it arrives. But yeah. And that's kind of what I'm doing for others, but I'd like to put together a nice whole book for you there. These really nice books, and what they consist of, they start at 1967, and that's a silver quarter that goes into that slot. Then it takes you through a list of 1992 commemorative coins that were put out, then a whole series that were done in 1999. We had a series done in 2000, and this is where the first of the painted ones come in. The 2004 single poppy will always look like that because honestly, unless you bought a roll of them and out of circulation, they just all faded. Of course, the breast cancer awareness one is there, and we move into 2007. 2007, there's a whole series of the upcoming Olympic ones. We got our 2008 painted poppy again that all look really good. There's a huge difference between the 2004s and 2008s. We get the painted hockey ones with a missing men's ice hockey one I do not have, but the women's ice hockey, the classic, both painted, what we call the double poppy right there, painted. Then you have the orca, the falcon, and the bison, all here. The whole series from the War of 1812, with 4 painted and 4 unpainted. We've got the double Canadian flag there, the large poppy, the 2017 painted and unpainted. And in this book, I included both of the dollars. This one's got the dollar, the UN dollar, and the new Klondike. So this is a book I'm rounding out, and you can get something like this. And you know what? This is how I've figured it out so far. I've added up the cost of face, adding in the value of any silver, the cost of the book, and the cost of shipping in Canadian. And I ask you to pay me that in American. And that's basically how I've priced the book so far. And that's worked out for me for the work I've done. And it's been a reasonable deal for those that have picked up books. So if that's something that makes sense to you, I think it's a really good deal because I know how much work I do doing this for you. But that would be my goal this year, is to find a few more people who would like me to do that work for them and help them out with a nice little Canadian collection that, I think it would be real hard to do otherwise. I think so. And if you think so, reach out to me, dimebagdarrenlow@gmail.com. Let me know that I could make a book for you. I've got a dollar book coming up for somebody who's been asking for it. And so that's another one of the 50-year commemoratives with the big crown. Not the 1991 I'm looking for, unfortunately. So we forge ahead. Ah. Looking up now. Sorry, checking the chat. Hi, Opus. Marty. Been finding the Canadian proof. Oh, wasn't that nice? I can't say that I found anything that I would call a proof in these coins yet, and actually, I think it's almost time to start searching Canadian dimes, because I do believe that the blue nose painted dime is out there now. And, now is the time to find it and get it out of circulation before they look bad. Or pay twice as much and buy them in rolls. Basically. Oh, that's a mess. Well, what do we have here? Nice big crown. Oh, it's a 1990. This looks exactly like the one we would like to get. It even has kind of a different planchet. It feels like, I know it's not aluminum, but it feels more, well, it feels different. So anyways, I'm moving it off camera there. That's kind of what we'd like to find, but 1 year away, unfortunately, 1 year away does not count. But, I threw that one back in there. You know what? I have plenty of those put away. For each one of these different commemoratives, I have kept some nice examples of each that I found. So if a person was to commission me to do a book for them, I would have a few coins to get started right away. But not all. Would still be a hunt. The hunt would definitely be on. So I just grabbed this one. That is clearly the couples figure skating. This is where we are so far. A little quick glimpse over the winnings, if you like, so far. That's not going to work for me. All right. So you have the new Toonie. Yes, I do. If it's the insulin one, that's the last one that I know of that was released, and I absolutely do have the insulin Toonie. I could show it to you, but I don't have that out right now. But I'll pull it out afterwards, and we'll take a look at it if you like. All right. I gotta have some poutine. Poutine is good for you. Didn't you know? It's Costco poutine. I'm the only coin YouTuber to include mukbang. All right. On we go. Looks like we had a little fuel up there. Marty, I'm surprised too, but it is Christmas. I'm just going to keep on giving them a pass when it comes to delivery. I'm going to try to get these out in a row so we can take a look at them together under the scope. The CoinCam scope, which is just a phone. So I don't see anything that could be called silver in there, unfortunately. So no problem with that. Didn't really expect it, right? Didn't really expect it, right? So right away we open up with a Stanley Cup. There he is, Lord Stanley's Cup. Tell you what, Darren will send you a full book of the U.S. Court. See, that's too easy. No, you know what? Honestly, with the two books that I've already got here, physical books that I bought, I know that Hardcore Copper has just been going ham on getting quarters together. So I wouldn't ask anybody else to get on it because I have a funny feeling that she's gone stupid ham, and I just don't want to, you know. I don't want Hardcore Copper mad at me, man. Do you? You seen her? She'll carry a fresh one. I don't need one. I got one. So I don't want to do too much until I see what Hardcore has going to send up here. And I got a funny feeling that that's going to finish my books. I will just be putting them on the shelves. I'll be looking for W's and things like some of the other guys. Oh, well, that doesn't really give you much of a shot, does it? So this is a thing, too, with StreamYards now, you may or may not know. You have the ability to name a second person who can be given the same control of your stream as you. What I mean is they can change scenes. They can put up comments. 15 books full. Holy man. Did you buy out a store or something? Part of the fun is collecting them, you know. This is what I was telling Hardcore, if you just send them all. But, again, when they're foreign coin, and they are, you don't run across them that much. Like I did a lot of collecting and had basically a whole roll ready to go. There's another one from the Olympics here. And they weren't anywhere near enough to complete the book when I finally got it, but I had a nice start. And I thought that was pretty cool. All right, so this time we got the Jamaican bobsled team for Vancouver 2010. Oh, that's funny. I'm touching a screen that's not a touch screen. Go ahead. Everything should be a touch screen, right? It would be handy. OBS is free. StreamYards is free for 20 hours every month. You don't have to sign up to pay them anything. OBS is free. If you've got a webcam, then you got a cam. If you have a phone, then you have a cam. You can just get OBS or DroidCam or DroidCam OBS. You should start with StreamYards alone. You should get not DroidCam OBS, but regular DroidCam. And then you'll be able to use your phone as a camera. If you have an iPhone, there's an app for that. I just don't know what it's called because I'm not an iPhone guy. But you should stream, and you can. If you have a YouTube channel, you can go live anytime. Once you hit 500, you can go live from your phone directly. But until then, you can go live from your phone from StreamYards. You do not need 1,000 people subscribed to your channel to go live. As you can plainly see, I just got over 500. We've been streaming live for a while thanks to StreamYard. That's what they do. So let's take a look what we got here. Oh, I see a foreign. I definitely see a foreign. What do you guys see? Looks pretty normal so far, doesn't it? All looks good. And then there's what the hell's that? What the heck is that? That smooth thing right there. So anyways, we're going to find out what that smooth thing there is. Some kind of strange thing. Oh, hang on. Oops. I pushed the wrong button, sir. All right. So we're gonna find out what that smooth thing in there is right away. Here, let me just get to the desk cam, and we'll roll our way through a few more quarters. A little bit of shmoo on one coming up. I can already see black shmoo. If you work in a tar and gravel outfit, please don't tar and gravel the quarters. Panama, maybe. We're not there yet. Panama. You know what? I'm going to guess that it'll be an Indian from India coin. We have a lot of India people that live here in Canada, and especially on the West Coast. And when I've looked through change, I have found rupees and stuff like that. So we'll see. Wow. Oh, wait a second. I was about to say, wow, this really sucks. When we did get something anyway, and there it is. That is the, oh, I forget what it's for. The expedition, the Arctic expedition of 1913. And it was put out in 2013 as a 100-year commemorative. So that's what it is, just in case I was wondering, or you. A little bit of, it's Van Halen, baby. Panama, Panama. That'll break your ears. I haven't gotten to it yet, but it's here. It's there somewhere. I know it's out there somewhere, waiting for someone. How did I not see it yet? Okay, now I'm starting to wonder. Wait a second. I should have pulled it right out. It got by me somehow. What the heck was it? Okay, I blew it. I don't think any of these are them. What the heck was it? No, it's none of these. Oops. Never mind. There it is. Oh, where is it? Well, it's a quarter, but it has a smooth edge. Okay, we'll put that aside for consideration. I'm going to put it on the winner's circle here. Actually, maybe I can put this. Let me do a little backfield in motion here. Oh, backfield in motion. Stop that. Now, is that too far? I'm going to run into that because that sucks too. Right, and I can't get it. Oh, I did get it over far enough. So it's a 76. Oh, is that just worn? I think there's a story there. Whether it's a coin made for vending machine testing or some kind of something else having to do with being in people's pockets. I don't know. But there's some kind of story about what's going on with that coin right there. I got a funny feeling. And we'll just throw that one aside to see what is what with that maybe later. So let's get back to it. There's still a whole pile of quarters to do. And I could probably zoom that in a little bit. Let me just fine tune that a touch as well. Now, here's the beauty of OBS, right? You can do this sort of fine tuning pretty easily. What I'm going to do is first I'm going to make it bigger. then I'm gonna leave it right there. Then I'm gonna put that away. There's the shmoo. We have yet to find a single painted quarter. And I point that out because, of course, if I do put together a book for you, you're going to get the painted quarters for the most part. I know that the current book I'm working on is missing one, and that is my reason for this that we're doing today. We've got it put aside. We'll take a look at it later. As far as weight and that is concerned, we'll get the waiter out and weight it. But it didn't have any striations, or what would you call that, on the side. It was smooth, no lines. No lines. Okay, so let's go to the coin cam and see what we see. Nothing unusual, I'm afraid. So we're not expecting anything too mind-blowing in this next little roll, but we will go through it in hopes that we find something. But here it is, right? Canadian quarter hunting has come basically down to not really finding silver anymore, I would have to say. That would be something that's just not going to do. We got the skier guy. Yeah, reeded edge, exactly. And there was either worn right off reeded edge or no reeded edge, or a messed up planchet or something. So definitely time to put that one aside and just... So yeah, like what I was saying earlier, you want to do a nice show, then you partner up with somebody who, you know, is your sidekick guy, but is also given the responsibility of maybe watching the chat a little closer and maybe being the switcher guy who can switch from scene to scene like I just did. I'm going to try to find my finger now. Where's my finger? Oh, that'll be a problem too, will it? And you're always working out ways of doing your presentation, honestly. I can get to the edge, but that gets in the way. Ah, well. Not that well thought through. That's fine, too. So where was I? All right, so I think that was the last one we came up with, the hockey guy. Now, we've got, you know, quite a few of these commemoratives that, you know, are from the Olympics and whatnot. And like I said, a person really wouldn't have a hard time finding all the commemoratives from the Olympics. There are none painted ones, so there are none low mintage that I know of, not particularly low anyway. I think people, you know, they're still finding silver in circulation in the U.S., but there were, you know, many more millions of coins made. So just with those numbers, you have a hard time. What can you know, it will be, you know, it's not very fruitful, mind you, though every once in a while somebody runs into a dump. And I think that's the other thing we're looking for, right? Somebody who has just done away with their collection. And we have another large poppy no paint. Families do that, though. Somebody passes and they look at a bunch of coins and off they go to the bank. Because after all, they're money. We got to get those to the bank. However, will we share all those coins among the children? Well, we'll just take it all to the bank and then they can cash it in and get some bills. Bills are good. So there we go. There's the celebration coin from the year 2000. Celebration quarter with the Canadian flag and some kids standing behind it and the fireworks going off behind. But again, not one we're looking for, unfortunately, and not going to really help us out when it comes to the book we're working on. So onwards and upwards. Let's grab another quarter roll and see how that goes. Oh, this is a sealed roll kind of deal. Okay. Where's my Tulio? I envy you guys who can go to have access to a Coinstar, go through the coinage that's there. It's kind of cool. But we have coin sorters at some banks that don't charge anything for the sorting. But I've understood that the problem with those is that they get gummed up with all kinds of stuff that's not coins and whatnot. So that can be an unreasonable problem. Well, this looks like a fresh roll of like 2021s or something, but let's see. Let's see what we got. Focus. Nope, nothing. Nothing special there. So quick look through these. I just spritzed them out all over. Oh, well, that's a commemorative. That's the large queen head. Oh, that's another one. So we're finding a lot of those. At least this isn't a brand new roll, clearly. I mean, it was machine wrapped, but that's about it. So here's another commemorative of the Olympics. So this, we just found this one with the shmoo on it. And 1 hour. That seems reasonable. We that commemorative right there. Yeah. And that one. So those are pretty easy to find, and that big crown is reminiscent of what we're really looking for, which is the 91 Big Crown super low mintage. And we have not come across one of those for our personal book or anybody else's book. And yeah, not a commemorative, mind you, so not a spot for it in a commemorative book, but there are always the odd open spots in these books. So if you, oh, here we go. We have the women's ice hockey right here. Ladies. Ladies. There it is. Féminine en français. Ladies ice hockey. Women's ice hockey. It's funny how bad I want to tap the actual screen to do things. Everybody who's come by, I'm running a little comment collector. And if you make your comment, you'll be in the draw. The draw for what? I don't know. Probably something that's quarters. Maybe even a dime or two with those lovely new release of the Canadian painted Blue Nose. Could be something like that. But at the end of it all, I will do a little draw. Oh, there we go. That's a nice one, and a nice one too, which is also very nice because, of course, when you're dealing with circulated coins, getting a nice one is just as important. So there it is. There's my finger. In a second. Darn it anyway. Yeah. So, of course, some circulation rash, and yet a nice looking Peregrine Falcon, unpainted. No, this is all circulated, normal, everyday Canadian coinage. No proofs involved. Not that I know of. All right. Well, I don't know if this is one of them, but I think maybe I'll put it right there and make life easy for myself. So there's Alberta. Now, there's a couple of different series in the books that Feature Alberta. And this one is not the 1999 version that we need. I'm just going to do a real quick look. Yeah, we have it already. I kind of expected so, but need to double check. And it coughs up another Stanley Cup right away. So Lord Stanley and his cup are, well, they're featured quite well in these roles so far today, as they've come up a couple of times. But not much else. I did make a video in my video list that will help you incorporate OBS into StreamYard. So if you're somebody who wants to start using OBS and StreamYard together, I would implore you to check out that video in my list about upping your game. Monkey King Metals, thank you for coming by. How is everybody? The day is going well so far. So far. We're going to look through another roll of quarters here and see how that goes. We've been at it for an hour and 10 minutes now. And it hasn't been overly significant because, haven't found anything overly significant, basically. Coin cam. I'll try to line them up. You can look at the edges with me. Now, if we see an American one, we will know because we will see the copper. So, once again, no foreign and no unreaded edges there. So, nothing to look forward to, really. Do I sound cynical? All right. Well, we do kick it off with at least a different commemorative quarter that we haven't seen yet today. I don't believe it's one we need, but once again, it is a very nice commemorative quarter with one of the big sailing ships on it. So far, so good. I'm going to move this over to here for number next one. We'll leave the Shmoo coin in there for now. All right. Welcome, everybody. Thanks for coming, and any comments that you make are going to be taken into consideration for the picker at the end of this. So, yeah, see, the sideways cam is already dead. I didn't use it much, but the battery already died. So, yeah, if you ever want to use a camera, you've got to concern yourself with, if you ever want to use your phone as a camera, you have to concern yourself with the length of the battery, especially if it's your plan to use a phone that is older and has a poor battery. Battery packs are available cheap, and then you would be able to extend the running time of the battery by quite a bit. Well, here's one that is a commemorative, is a little bit unusual, and looks not good. Like, it's kind of dull looking. The shine is all gone, and it's a very flat looking coin. Almost like it was made out of a different material. But it is a commemorative, and that is the Natural Legacy from 2000. Natural Legacy. So there you go. There's a commemorative for you. Oh, and I look at the very next one. And it's that same bobsled team. So they're doing their thing. And then we got this one, which is, it is, I think, one for one of our birthdays. I'm just not sure what it really represents. I think a lot of people are holding up the Canadian flag, a Canadian maple leaf. The top, I think, is Morse code for something like Canada or something like that. Obviously, another commemorative with double dates on it. Anytime you see a double date, you know you're looking at a commemorative. Oh, you got a Garrett. Oh, enjoy, Monkey King. I hope that thing serves you well. I've got a Garrett hat. So, there. Sir Captain, Commander, Diggle, Captain Dighole. Why I don't remember the guy's name properly right now, I do not know. Captain Dighole from the UK. If you're one of the detector dudes that know Dighole, a play on Diggle. I did win a hat from him. There's what we just got. So we got another Cindy Klassen. Looks a little beat up. Little beat up. Oh, and I flip another, and right away it's another commemorative. Wow. Okay. This one's a Saskatchewan from 1900s. Well, I don't know if I need that one either, but we shall see. I'll be putting those into the pile of commemoratives, sorting through them, keeping only the nicest commemoratives in storage for anybody who wants me to put together a quarter book or anything like that. General Dighole, thank you very much. Opus in the house, thank you, sir, for the period. General Dighole, nice guy. He sent it all the way from the UK. It's nice when you win stuff, but it's nicer when you win stuff and you don't keep track of it, because it's nice when it shows up unexpected. So once again, we have another nice king crown on our queen. So that means we may have a 91 on our hands. So what is it? Well, it's not a 91. It's a 2003. So that one goes back into circulation for sure. For sure. Completely unneeded. Well, of course, another. We like it. Upside down. Don't fly your flag upside down. That's bad. There we go. So 50 years of Canadian flag in 2015. As we hadn't had that flag forever, you know. We had a different flag for a while. For a while. Was a bit Britisher, if you know what I mean. A bit more British it was. Right, so we got another one of the skaters. All right. Opus is going to go try to get some Markin quarters. American. I got to go look in my quarter bag here and see what more I got. All right. You know what? I think I'm going to categorize and capitalize on what we've done so far today. I'll put those over there. And just basically save what's left there for a different search to see what comes up there. I'm a little tired and I'm going to go eat my food that came. I'd like to thank everybody for coming that did stop by for this 1 hour and 18-minute free-for-all of searching through Canadian coins. I can tell you, we didn't find what we're looking for, not yet. I'm going to do another search a little later on this evening, and hopefully we will find what it is that we are looking for. But for now, from the heart of Dimebag Darren's world headquarters in the corner of my living room, let's do the draw, shall we? Let's do the draw. So let's get that giveaway tool up. We have 17 individual entries, different commenters through the day. All right. Hi, Juan. You know what, Juan? It was only an hour and 19 minutes so far, and I'll be on a little bit later on. I got some food show up. I'm going to eat, and then I'm going to do second half of the quarter hunt. But we've gone through a bunch of quarters, and I didn't do that great. I don't think there's anything to speak of so far. Not a single painted quarter. So, again, you can see how scarce they are, and we will get back to it and see how it goes. But for now, Juan, your comment is going to get you in the list. Everybody who's here makes any kind of comment at all, it doesn't matter. And of course, we will have the bots in there as well. So if they come up, we just hit the button again. We know who the bots are, so no problem with them. Okay, here we go. With 18 individual entries in 4, 3, 2, 1. Hey, I'm even in there. Woot woot. Perry, make cards for you. Right on, Perry. Reach out to me, dimebagdarrenlow@gmail.com, and we will put together a little something your way. And you know what? I'm not even going to tell you what it is because surprises are more fun. So suffice to say, wherever you are, we will send you something, whatever the mail lets us send without too much scrutiny. And then you can look forward to something different arriving in the mail. Once again, thank you everybody who stopped by. Starry, BC, of course, Marty, Monkey King, Juan, all y'all. I thank you so much for taking time out. We will be live again a little later on this evening, going through the second half of the coins we managed to get. But until then, from Dimebag World Headquarters, in the corner of my living room, I bid you all a fond adieu. I'm so glad we had this time together, just to have a laugh or sing a song. Seems we just get started, and before you know it, comes the time I have to say, so long. That being said, Jimmy C's on, Susie Q's on, Dreadpool's on. Those are the people we kind of know. So if any of those are your friends, please visit them and give them your support. You can tell them Dimebag sent you or not. I don't care. They all know I love them. It doesn't matter either way. But those are our friends that are on now. Jimmy C doing a mail call. Anywho. All right. I am out of here.